Okay, so as you can see, I have spent a bit of time working on finishing off the tone and the shading for the most part of the bottle. Haven't done the bottom bit yet, but I've spent a bit of time on finishing around the neck area, etc. So as you can see, and I'll bring it a bit closer to the screen, I have the white, which is just the paper showing through. I've got the H tone, which is really light, some darker H tones. I've got two B tones here, and then I've only used the 6B for little tweaking bits here and here, and then also for this label here that you can see at the back of my bottle. Take your time with it. There's no need to rush. It's important that you get all these ranges of tones and light and darks and any reflections that you can see in your bottle as well. This is what makes it look a lot more realistic, is these little window shapes and other glints of light that you can see. I'm going to show you now how to do lettering. Now, when you're doing your lettering, it's important that your lettering isn't completely straight. So it must follow the curve of the bottle. So in this example here, what I did was I drew guidelines for the top and the bottom of the lettering, separated it out roughly for each letter, and then did the lettering. So that's what you're going to go. You're going to go back to your HB pencil. And when I'm looking at my bottle here, I'll put it in so you can see it. In my bottle, I've got a circle at the top, and I've got a sort of golden line across the top here of the label. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to draw. You don't have to draw every single aspect of the label, because some bits are going to be impossible to do. So for example, I'll do this bit that says Saint Pierre and maybe the Reserve and Blonde, but I'm not going to do that tiny lettering down there because that's a wee bit too much. Okay, so I'm then going to draw a line that curves, the same curve as the bottle, and another bit for where the bottom of that lettering goes. Okay, now my letters it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters from start to finish, 8 letters. So halfway is about here. So I'm going to have 4 letters in that side and then 4 letters on that side. Okay, so I'm just going to put the bottle up before it rolls over, and I'm going to start to do my lettering. Now, what I can do is I can divide this section up even more. I could just leave it like that and start doing my lettering, or I could then add another 2 vertical guidelines. So I know I'm definitely going to get 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in there, and 2 in there. But, or we can do it even more, and I can add another line and another line, which would give me my 4 spaces for my letters. And the same on this side. So I'm going to start off, it's Saint Pierre. The S is quite a large S, and it's a wee bit bigger than the T, so I'm going to come out of the box that I've just drawn and get that drawn in. I'm going to draw double thick so that I can shade in the lettering, which is in black. And I just take my time, make sure that I keep each letter the same height as the one previously to it, and I follow round with my curve. Okay, so the P is a large P, so and get that in here. There we go. And then my I and my E and my R. I can only see one more R from the position that I'm in at the moment. There we go. And then another R. And I can see just the end of that E. Can't see it all. I can see the end of it. So once you have your lettering drawn out like that, then you can use maybe one of the darker tone pencils to start shading that in as well. Okay, so it's really important that you draw a line for the top of the lettering that's curved, a line for the bottom of the lettering that's curved, but then if you want to separate it out to make the letters spaced out more evenly, which is what's happened here, and you can see the guidelines that I've drawn. I've kept them very pale and very light so that they can be rubbed out, and I'll have a go at finishing this off, and you'll get to see that in just a few moments. So I finished doing the first set of lettering. Here it is here, and what I've also done is I've spent a bit of time at the bottom lettering doing the guidelines, top and bottom, and separating out the sections so that each letter has enough space, and I can shade that in once I've rubbed out the guidelines. So that's this part of the bottle here, and it's this attention to detail that really makes your drawing look very realistic and a lot more interesting to look at as well. So good luck in finishing your bottle, and let's see if we can get some really successful pieces. Good luck, third year.